Hello, and welcome to Sparx Science for Sleep, where science slips into its softest pajamas and whispers stories just for you. I'm so glad you're here, perhaps curled up in a warm blanket or resting gently on a pillow, ready to drift into a peaceful journey. Take a slow, deep breath, let your shoulders soften, and close your eyes if you'd like, feeling the world around you fade into a gentle hush. Tonight, we'll wander through the solar system, imagining how humans might look if they were born on distant planets, their forms shaped by starlight and strange skies. If you find yourself drifting to sleep, that's perfectly okay. This journey is designed to cradle you into rest. And if sleep stays just out of reach, you'll still uncover something new, a little spark of knowledge to carry into your dreams. Picture yourself floating now, weightless among the stars, each one a tiny light twinkling with possibility. If you feel like sharing, maybe leave a comment later to tell me where you're listening from or what time it is in your quiet corner of the night. So settle in, let your breath slow, and let's begin our journey, starting with a small, sun-scorched world that dances closest to the stars. As you listen, feel yourself gently lifted, carried toward Mercury, where the first chapter of our cosmic tale awaits. Take a slow, deep breath, and let your mind drift from the starry expanse we've just explored to the sun-scorched surface of Mercury, where the ground glows warm under a sky dominated by a massive, blazing sun. This is a world of stark contrasts, where temperatures soar to 800 degrees Fahrenheit by day and plummet to nearly 300 below zero at night. A place where survival demands a body sculpted by fire and shadow. Humans born here would need to adapt to the intense solar radiation, a defining feature of Mercury's environment, which bathes the planet in relentless light and heat due to its proximity to the sun. Picture a form that's small and compact, like a desert tortoise, designed to minimize exposure to this fierce energy. Their skin would evolve to be highly reflective, much like the silvery scales of a fish catching sunlight in a clear stream, bouncing back the sun's rays to keep their bodies cool. Scientists studying creatures like the Saharan silver ant, which thrives in scorching deserts, have learned how reflective surfaces can deflect heat, and Mercury's humans would take this to an extreme, their skin shimmering like polished chrome. Their bodies, low to the ground, would move with a deliberate grace, conserving energy in a world where every step must be efficient. Imagine their eyes, small and sunken, like those of a mole, shielded by thick, translucent lids to filter the blinding glare. These humans would resemble a beetle, sleek and armored, their compact forms gliding across the rocky terrain, perfectly suited to a planet that never rests under the sun's watchful gaze. Now, let's picture their skeletal structure, molded by Mercury's weak gravity, only about a third of Earth's. Their bones would be dense yet lightweight, like the hollow but sturdy frame of a bird, allowing them to move nimbly across the planet's rugged craters without tiring. Scientists have studied how low gravity affects astronauts, noting muscle and bone loss, but Mercury's humans would evolve to counter this, their skeletons reinforced like the exoskeleton of a scorpion, tough enough to withstand the planet's harsh terrain. Their muscles, lean and wiry, would resemble those of a jackrabbit, built for quick bursts of movement to dart between shaded crevices during the scorching day. Their hands, with broad, textured palms, would grip the rocky surface like the sticky feet of a gecko, letting them climb steep crater walls with ease. Picture their faces, angular and smooth, with high cheekbones that deflect heat, much like the streamlined snout of a fennec fox, giving them an almost sculpted appearance. Their hair, sparse and coarse, might grow in short patches, like the spines of a cactus, designed to trap tiny bits of moisture from the frost that forms in Mercury's shadowed regions during its long, cold nights. These humans would carry themselves with a quiet efficiency, their every movement a testament to a life shaped by the planet's relentless cycles. Their diet might involve extracting trace nutrients from the mineral-rich soil, similar to how certain Earth bacteria metabolize metals, their bodies processing elements in ways that seem almost alchemical. Consider their daily lives, governed by Mercury's peculiar rhythm, where a single day stretches nearly 60 Earth days. To survive the prolonged heat, they might develop a metabolism that slows dramatically, like a desert frog that burrows to escape the sun, entering a state of torpor during the hottest hours. Their skin, thick and layered, would act like the hide of an armadillo, insulating them against both heat and cold as they rest in shallow caves carved into the planet's crust. Scientists studying extremophiles in Earth's hottest springs have found organisms that thrive by repairing cellular damage from heat, and Mercury's humans might possess similar abilities, their cells knitting themselves back together under the sun's harsh rays. Their lungs, small but highly efficient, would filter the thin atmosphere, capturing sparse oxygen molecules like a sponge soaking up water. Picture them emerging at twilight, when the temperature softens, their reflective skin catching the fading light like a mirror, casting gentle glimmers across the landscape. Their communities might cluster in deep craters, where the sun's rays are less intense, their homes built from compacted regolith, like the mud nests of cliff swallows, sturdy and cool. These humans would move with a quiet purpose, their beetle-like forms scuttling between shelters, their lives a delicate balance of endurance and adaptation. Let's explore their sensory adaptations, shaped by a world of stark light and shadow. Their eyes might develop a reflective layer, like the tapetum lucidum in a cat's retina, allowing them to see clearly during Mercury's long nights, when starlight is their only guide. This would give their gaze a faint, luminous quality, as if they carry the stars within them. Their ears, small and recessed, would be tuned to the subtle vibrations of the planet's surface, much like a snake sensing tremors through its jaw, alerting them to quakes or shifting rocks. Scientists have observed how desert animals, like the kangaroo rat, rely on acute senses to survive, and these humans would follow suit, their senses sharpened to detect the faintest changes in their environment. Their skin, beyond its reflective sheen, might be sensitive to temperature shifts, like the heat-sensing pits of a viper, helping them find cooler spots to rest. Picture their movements, slow and deliberate during the day, like a lizard basking on a rock, conserving energy until the cooler twilight hours. Their voices, soft and resonant, might carry a metallic quality, echoing the mineral-rich crust of their home, a sound that blends with the silence of the landscape. These humans, with their beetle-like resilience, would seem almost like extensions of Mercury itself, their bodies a living reflection of the planet's harsh beauty. Finally, let's imagine their culture, woven from the stark realities of their world. Their art might take the form of intricate carvings on crater walls, using reflective minerals to create patterns that dance in the sunlight, much like the shimmering mosaics of ancient human civilizations. Their stories, shared in low, rhythmic tones, would celebrate the sun's cycles, their myths casting it as a great weaver of life, much like how Earth's desert cultures revere the elements. Scientists studying human adaptation note how environment shapes belief, and here, Mercury's humans might see themselves as children of the sun, their reflective skin, a gift from its light. Their children, born with even sleeker forms, might play in the twilight, their small bodies darting like fireflies, learning to navigate the terrain with an instinct honed by generations. Picture their gatherings, held in the cool shadows of cliffs, where they share tales of the stars, their beetle-like forms glowing faintly as they sit together. Their technology, if it exists, might mimic their biology, using solar energy captured by reflective panels, similar to how a sunflower absorbs light. These humans, in their essence, would resemble a scarab beetle, their compact, shimmering bodies, a perfect harmony of strength and beauty, crafted by a world of fire and stone. Now, let your mind soften, carried gently away from Mercury's radiant plains, drifting toward a new world, where golden clouds and misty skies whisper a different tale of survival. Take a slow, deep exhale, and let your mind drift away from the sun-scorched plains of Mercury, floating gently toward a world cloaked in golden, misty clouds, where Venus glows like a shimmering jewel in the morning sky. This planet, Earth's closest neighbor, is a cauldron of heat and pressure, its surface hotter than a blacksmith's forge, reaching nearly 900 degrees Fahrenheit, and its atmosphere so dense it presses down like an ocean's weight. To survive here, humans would need to evolve to withstand the crushing atmospheric pressure, a force 90 times stronger than Earth's, which shapes every aspect of their form. Picture a body that's low and broad, like a manta ray gliding through the sea, built to distribute the weight of Venus's heavy skies. Their skin would be thick and layered, much like the tough, leathery hide of a rhinoceros, but with a smooth, heat-dissipating texture that radiates warmth like a cooling stone in a desert stream. Scientists studying extremophiles in Earth's volcanic vents, where pressure and heat are extreme, have found microbes that thrive by stabilizing their cells against collapse. And Venus's humans would mirror this. Their bodies a fortress against the planet's relentless squeeze. Their limbs, short and muscular, would move with a steady, deliberate grace, like a tortoise navigating a rocky shore, ensuring stability in a world where the air itself feels like a heavy blanket. Their eyes, small and deeply set, might resemble those of a deep-sea fish, protected by thick membranes to withstand the corrosive sulfuric acid in the atmosphere. These humans would look like armored creatures, perhaps akin to a pangolin, their sturdy, scaled forms perfectly suited to a planet that tests life's endurance with every breath. Now, imagine their respiratory system, reshaped by Venus's thick, carbon dioxide-rich atmosphere, where oxygen is a rare treasure. Their lungs would be compact, like the efficient bellows of a blacksmith, designed to extract every trace of oxygen from the heavy air, much like how a camel's lungs conserve water in arid deserts. Scientists have observed how animals in high-pressure environments, like squid in the ocean's depths, use specialized gills to process dense fluids, and Venus's humans might develop similar structures, perhaps gill-like slits along their necks to filter the atmosphere. Their chests would be broad and reinforced, like the carapace of a crab, protecting vital organs from the crushing pressure. Picture their movements, slow and fluid, as they navigate the rocky terrain, their bodies swaying gently like seaweed in a current, conserving energy in a world where every step is a battle against the air's weight. Their skin, beyond its thickness, might secrete a protective coating, like the waxy cuticle of a cactus, neutralizing the acidic droplets that rain from Venus's clouds. Their hair, if present, would be short and bristly, like the spines of a hedgehog, designed to shed heat and resist corrosion. These humans would carry themselves with a quiet resilience, their pangolin-like forms a testament to a life forged in the crucible of Venus's harsh embrace. Let's delve into their skeletal structure, molded by the planet's intense gravity and pressure. Their bones would be dense and flexible, like the cartilage of a shark, allowing them to bend slightly under the atmosphere's weight without breaking. Scientists studying deep-sea creatures have found skeletons that withstand immense pressure by being both strong and pliable, and Venus's humans would follow this model, their frames compact yet resilient, like a tightly wound spring. Their joints, lubricated with a thick, viscous fluid, would move smoothly, much like the hinges of a clam, preventing damage in the oppressive environment. Picture their posture, low and crouched, like a wrestler bracing for impact, their bodies designed to resist the constant downward force. Their feet, wide and padded, would grip the scorched ground like the suction cups of an octopus, providing stability on Venus's uneven, volcanic terrain. Their faces, broad and flat, might have a mask-like quality, with thick skin shielding their features, not unlike the armored plates of a turtle. These humans would move with a deliberate calm, their every step a careful negotiation with the planet's heavy air, their pangolin-like forms blending seamlessly with the glowing, misty landscape. Consider their sensory adaptations, shaped by Venus's dim, cloud-filtered light and acidic haze. Their eyes might develop a sensitivity to infrared, like a pit viper sensing heat, allowing them to detect subtle temperature changes in their surroundings. Scientists studying animals in murky environments, like cave-dwelling salamanders, have noted enhanced non-visual senses, and Venus's humans might rely on touch and vibration, their skin studded with sensitive receptors, like the whiskers of a seal, to navigate the foggy terrain. Their ears, small and sealed, would pick up low-frequency rumbles, much like an elephant sensing distant storms, alerting them to volcanic activity or atmospheric shifts. Picture them pausing on a rocky outcrop, their broad bodies swaying slightly, their senses attuned to the planet's pulse, like a spider feeling its web. Their voices, deep and resonant, might carry through the dense air, like the calls of a whale in the ocean, forming a language of low, soothing tones. These humans would seem almost like extensions of Venus itself, their armored, pangolin-like forms moving through the golden haze with a quiet strength, their senses a delicate balance of alertness and calm. Finally, let's imagine their way of life, woven from the challenges of their fiery world. Their communities might cluster in the cooler highlands, where the pressure is slightly less intense, their homes carved into volcanic rock, like the burrows of a prairie dog, insulated against the heat. Scientists studying human adaptation to extreme environments note how culture reflects survival needs, and here, Venus's humans might create art from polished stones, their surfaces etched with patterns that mimic the swirling clouds above, much like how ancient humans painted caves with scenes of their world. Their daily rhythm would be shaped by Venus's slow rotation, a day lasting over 200 Earth days, leading them to rest in long cycles, like a bear in hibernation, their metabolism slowing to conserve energy. Picture their children, born with even thicker skin, scampering across the rocky slopes, their small, armored forms darting like armadillos, learning to read the planet's moods through its faint tremors. Their diet might rely on extracting nutrients from the mineral-rich soil, perhaps through bioengineered enzymes, similar to how certain fungi break down rock, their bodies metabolizing elements in ways that seem almost magical. These humans, in their essence, would resemble a pangolin, their broad-scaled bodies, a perfect harmony of resilience and grace, crafted by a world of heat and pressure. Now, let your mind soften, drifting gently away from Venus's golden clouds, carried toward a red, dusty world where the air is thin and the horizons stretch wide, whispering a new story of survival. Take a slow, gentle breath and let your mind drift away from the heavy, golden clouds of Venus, gliding softly toward a world of rust-red plains and vast, dusty horizons, where Mars stretches out under a pale, pinkish sky. This planet, often called the Red Planet, is a place of thin air with an atmosphere only 1% as dense as Earth's, making oxygen scarce and breathing a challenge. To thrive here, humans would need to evolve to cope with this sparse atmosphere, a defining feature that would sculpt their bodies in remarkable ways. Picture a form that's tall and slender, like a heron standing gracefully by a quiet river, built to maximize oxygen intake with minimal effort. Their lungs would be large and expansive, much like the bellows of an accordion, designed to draw in the faint traces of oxygen scattered in Mars's thin air. Scientists studying high-altitude animals, like the bar-headed goose that soars over the Himalayas, have found lungs that efficiently process low oxygen, and Mars's humans would mirror this, their chests broad and deep to capture every precious breath. Their skin, pale and slightly translucent, would resemble the delicate membrane of a bat's wing, allowing for efficient heat regulation in Mars's chilly climate, where temperatures rarely rise above freezing. Their legs, long and wiry, would carry them across the rocky terrain with a loping stride, like an antelope bounding over savanna grasses. These humans would resemble a crane, their elegant, elongated forms perfectly adapted to a world where every breath is a quiet victory over the thin air. Now, imagine their cardiovascular system, reshaped to pump oxygen-rich blood through a body strained by Mars's low-pressure environment. Their hearts would be robust and efficient, like the steady engine of a cheetah, capable of sustaining long periods of activity with minimal oxygen. Scientists have observed how animals like the llama, thriving in Andean highlands, have blood cells that carry oxygen more effectively, and Mars's humans would develop similar adaptations, their blood rich with hemoglobin to cling to every oxygen molecule. Their veins, visible beneath their thin skin, would pulse with a faint, silvery glow, like streams winding through a desert, carrying life through their lean frames. Picture their posture, upright and fluid, as they move across Mars's dusty plains, their long limbs swaying like reeds in a breeze, conserving energy in a world where resources are scarce. Their hands, slender with elongated fingers, would grasp tools or climb rocks with the precision of a spider monkey, navigating the planet's canyons and craters with ease. Their faces, narrow and sharp, would have high cheekbones and wide-set eyes, like those of a hawk, giving them a keen, alert appearance suited to spotting distant landmarks in the faint Martian light. These crane-like humans would move with a quiet elegance, their bodies a testament to survival in a sparse, rugged world. their every step a delicate balance of strength and grace. Let's explore their skeletal structure, molded by Mars's gravity, which is just 38% of Earth's. Their bones would be light and flexible, like the hollow frame of a flamingo, allowing them to move effortlessly despite the reduced pull. Scientists studying low-gravity environments note how bones can weaken without stress, but Mars's humans would evolve stronger, more elastic connective tissues, like the tendons of a gazelle, to support their tall frames. Their spines, long and slightly curved, would give them a graceful arch, much like the neck of a swan, enabling fluid movement across uneven terrain. Picture their feet, broad and splayed, gripping the dusty soil like the talons of an eagle, providing stability on Mars's rocky slopes. Their joints, lubricated and resilient, would bend smoothly, like the hinges of a paper crane, preventing strain during long treks across the planet's surface. Their hair, if present, would be fine and wispy, like the feathers of an ostrich, designed to trap warmth in the cold Martian nights. These humans would carry themselves with a serene confidence, their crane-like forms gliding over the red dunes, their bodies a perfect harmony of lightness and endurance, shaped by a world of open skies and sparse air. Consider their sensory adaptations, tailored to Mars's dim light and dusty storms. Their eyes would be large and luminous, like those of a lemur, capable of capturing the faint sunlight that filters through the planet's thin atmosphere. Scientists studying nocturnal animals have found enhanced retinas that maximize light absorption, and Mars's humans might develop a similar trait, their eyes reflecting the soft glow of Martian twilight like polished amber. Their noses, long and narrow, would filter dust particles, much like the nostrils of a camel, protecting their lungs from the fine red silt carried by windstorms. Picture them standing atop a rocky outcrop, their tall silhouettes outlined against the setting sun, their senses attuned to the subtle shifts of Mars's weather, like a wolf sniffing the air. Their ears, large and slightly pointed, would catch the faint whispers of wind, like the sensitive antennae of a moth, alerting them to approaching dust storms. Their voices, soft and melodic, would travel far in the thin air, like the calls of a loon across a still lake, forming a language of gentle, flowing tones. These crane-like humans would seem almost ethereal, their elongated bodies blending with the reddish hues of their home, their senses, a delicate bridge between body and environment. Finally, let's imagine their way of life, woven from the stark beauty of Mars's landscape. Their communities might cluster in the sheltered valleys of Valles Marineris, the planet's Grand Canyon, their homes built from compressed regolith, like the mud nests of cliff swallows, sturdy against the cold. Scientists studying high-altitude cultures note how people adapt to scarcity, and here, Mars's humans might cultivate underground gardens, using bioengineered plants to recycle air, much like how coral reefs sustain marine ecosystems. Their daily rhythm would follow Mars's 24-and-a-half-hour day, their bodies attuned to its slightly longer cycle, like a deer adapting to the seasons. Picture their children, born with even leaner frames, darting through the canyons, their long legs bounding like those of a springbok, learning to read the planet's dust patterns with an instinct honed by generations. Their art might take the form of carvings in the canyon walls, depicting the flow of ancient rivers, much like how early humans etched stories into stone. These crane-like humans, with their tall, graceful forms, would live in harmony with Mars's sparse beauty, their lives a quiet dance of survival and wonder. Now, let your mind soften, drifting gently away from the red plains of Mars, carried toward a world of swirling clouds and endless skies, where a new story of survival awaits. Take a slow, gentle breath, and let your mind glide away from the dusty red plains of Mars, floating effortlessly toward a vast, swirling world where Jupiter's endless skies churn with amber and cream-colored clouds. This gas giant, the largest planet in our solar system, has no solid surface, only a thick atmosphere of hydrogen and helium, where the pressure and density increase as you descend, creating a buoyant, stormy environment. To thrive here, humans would need to evolve to float in this dense, gaseous sea, a defining feature that would shape their bodies into something entirely unlike anything bound to Earth's ground. Picture a form that's light and buoyant, like a jellyfish drifting through the ocean's currents, designed to hover effortlessly in Jupiter's thick atmosphere. Their bodies would be soft and flexible, much like the bell of a Portuguese man-o'-war, with a delicate translucent structure that sways with the planet's swirling winds. Scientists studying aerial creatures, like the albatross with its vast wingspan, have noted how lightweight frames allow sustained flight, and Jupiter's humans would take this further, their forms almost weightless to float in the gas giant's upper layers. Their limbs, long and wing-like, would extend like the fins of a manta ray, guiding them through the turbulent air with gentle, flowing motions. Their skin, thin and slightly iridescent, would shimmer like the wings of a dragonfly, reflecting the faint sunlight that filters through Jupiter's clouds. These humans would resemble a jellyfish, their ethereal, floating forms perfectly suited to a world of endless skies and stormy currents. Now, imagine their internal structure, adapted to a life of constant motion in Jupiter's dense atmosphere. Their skeletons would be minimal, composed of flexible cartilage, like the soft framework of a sea cucumber, providing structure without adding weight. Scientists studying buoyant marine organisms, such as plankton, have found that lightweight, porous bodies reduce sinking, and Jupiter's humans would mirror this, their frames filled with gas-filled sacs, like the air bladders of a fish, to maintain buoyancy. Their muscles, thin and elastic, would stretch and contract like the tentacles of an anemone, allowing precise control as they navigate the planet's swirling storms. Picture their torsos, elongated and streamlined, cutting through the dense air like the body of a swift, built for effortless gliding. Their hands, webbed and delicate, would grasp at currents, much like the fronds of a sea fan, steering them through the ever-shifting winds. Their faces, smooth and rounded, would have wide, almond-shaped eyes, like those of a flying fish, designed to spot subtle changes in the cloud patterns. These jellyfish-like humans would drift with a serene grace, their bodies a delicate balance of softness and strength, shaped by a world where gravity is a gentle pull and the air itself is their home. Let's explore their respiratory system, reshaped to breathe Jupiter's hydrogen-rich atmosphere, where oxygen is scarce but pressure is immense. Their lungs would be vast, balloon-like organs, like the air sacs of a frigate bird capable of extracting trace oxygen from the gas giant's mix of gases. Scientists studying deep-diving mammals, like the sperm whale, have found efficient oxygen storage systems, and Jupiter's humans would develop similar adaptations, their blood infused with proteins that bind oxygen tightly, like a sponge holding water. Their chests would expand and contract rhythmically, like the pulsing bell of a jellyfish, drawing in the dense atmosphere and filtering it with precision. Picture their movements, slow and undulating, as they float through bands of amber clouds, their bodies swaying like kelp in a tidal flow, conserving energy in a world of constant motion. Their skin, semi-permeable, might absorb trace nutrients from the atmosphere, much like how certain corals extract sustenance from seawater. Their hair, if present, would be fine and thread-like, like the tendrils of a sea anemone catching particles carried by the wind. These humans would carry themselves with a quiet elegance, their jellyfish-like forms a testament to a life of floating freedom, their every motion a gentle dance with Jupiter's storms. Consider their sensory adaptations, tailored to Jupiter's dim, stormy skies, where sunlight is faint and clouds obscure visibility. Their eyes would be large and multifaceted, like those of a compound-eyed insect, capable of detecting subtle shifts in light and color within the planet's turbulent atmosphere. Scientists studying creatures in low-light environments, like deep-sea squid, have noted enhanced vision for navigating murky conditions, and Jupiter's humans might develop a similar trait, their eyes glowing faintly like fireflies to communicate in the gloom. Their skin, sensitive to pressure changes, would act like the lateral line of a fish, sensing the vibrations of Jupiter's massive storms, much like how a shark detects ripples in the water. Picture them gliding through a band of clouds, their translucent bodies catching the soft glow of lightning flashes, their senses attuned to the planet's restless rhythm, like a bat navigating by sound. Their ears, if they have them, would be small and internal, like those of a dolphin, picking up low-frequency rumbles from the planet's core. Their voices, soft and harmonic, would resonate through the dense air, like the songs of a humpback whale, forming a language of gentle, flowing notes. These jellyfish-like humans would seem almost spectral, their delicate forms blending with the swirling hues of their home, their senses a bridge between body and the endless sky. Finally, let's imagine their way of life, woven from the dynamic beauty of Jupiter's atmosphere. Their communities might form in the calmer layers of the planet's upper clouds, where the air is less turbulent, their homes woven from organic polymers, like the nests of weaver birds, suspended in the gas like floating islands. Scientists studying nomadic cultures note how movement shapes society, and here Jupiter's humans might live as drifters, following the planet's wind patterns, much like how albatrosses ride ocean currents. Their daily rhythm would be tied to Jupiter's rapid 10-hour day, their bodies adapted to short, frequent cycles of activity and rest, like a hummingbird pausing between flights. Picture their children, born with even lighter frames, darting through the clouds, their wing-like limbs flapping like those of a young tern, learning to ride the winds with instinct honed by generations. Their art might take the form of swirling patterns painted with bioluminescent pigments, glowing softly in the clouds, much like the auroras of Earth's poles. These jellyfish-like humans, with their buoyant, translucent forms, would live in harmony with Jupiter's restless skies, their lives a quiet symphony of motion and light. Now, let your mind soften, drifting gently away from the stormy bands of Jupiter, carried toward a world of golden rings and icy moons, where a new story of survival awaits. Take a slow, deep breath, and let your mind drift gently from the swirling, stormy clouds of Jupiter, gliding toward a world where golden rings shimmer against a backdrop of soft, pastel skies, where Saturn floats like a quiet beacon in the cosmos. This gas giant, with its low-density atmosphere of hydrogen and helium, is less dense than water, creating an environment where buoyancy and lightness define existence. To thrive here, humans would need to evolve to navigate this airy, almost weightless atmosphere, a defining feature that would sculpt their bodies into forms suited for gliding through its delicate clouds. Picture a form that's sleek and elongated, like a swift gliding effortlessly over a calm lake, designed to move with minimal resistance in Saturn's gentle, gaseous embrace. Their bodies would be nearly translucent, much like the fragile wings of a damselfly, allowing them to blend into the planet's pale golden hues. Scientists studying birds like the swallow, which soar with minimal effort, have noted how streamlined shapes reduce drag, and Saturn's humans would mirror this, their forms almost fluid as they drift through the atmosphere. Their limbs, long and feather-like, would extend like the wings of a glider, guiding them through the soft currents of Saturn's upper layers. Their skin, smooth and faintly luminescent, would glow softly, like the delicate sheen of a pearl, reflecting the faint sunlight that filters through the planet's rings. These humans would resemble a swift, their graceful, airy forms perfectly adapted to a world where the sky is their home and movement is a gentle dance. Now, imagine their internal structure, shaped to maintain stability in Saturn's low-density environment. Their skeletons would be lightweight and porous, like the delicate frame of a crane fly, providing just enough structure to hold their form without weighing them down. Scientists studying buoyant organisms, such as certain types of plankton, have found that gas-filled cavities help maintain flotation, and Saturn's humans would develop similar adaptations, their bodies laced with tiny air pockets, like the hollow bones of a soaring hawk, to keep them aloft. Their muscles, thin and sinewy, would contract with precision, like the tendrils of a sea lily, allowing them to adjust their position in the ever-shifting air currents. Picture their torsos, narrow and tapered, cutting through the atmosphere like the sleek body of a tern, built for effortless gliding. Their hands, elongated and webbed, would steer them through the clouds, much like the flippers of a seal navigating water. Their faces, smooth and oval, would have wide, expressive eyes, like those of a kite bird, designed to track subtle shifts in the pastel light of Saturn's skies. These swift-like humans would move with a quiet elegance, their bodies a delicate balance of lightness and control, shaped by a world where gravity is soft, and the air is their cradle. Let's explore their respiratory system, adapted to Saturn's hydrogen-dominated atmosphere, where oxygen is a scarce resource. Their lungs would be expansive yet delicate, like the air sacs of a pelican, capable of filtering trace amounts of oxygen from the thin, gaseous mix. Scientists studying high-altitude birds, like the Andean condor, have found respiratory systems that maximize oxygen efficiency, and Saturn's humans would follow suit, their blood enriched with proteins that capture oxygen like a magnet drawing iron filings. Their chests would rise and fall gently, like the soft bellows of a concertina, processing the sparse air with minimal effort. Picture their movements, slow and rhythmic, as they glide through bands of pale clouds, their bodies swaying like leaves carried by a breeze, conserving energy in a world of constant motion. Their skin, semi-transparent, might absorb microscopic nutrients from the atmosphere, much like how certain algae extract sustenance from water. Their hair, if present, would be fine and feathery, like the down of a gosling, designed to flutter lightly in the gentle winds. These humans would carry themselves with a serene poise, their swift-like forms a testament to a life of effortless drifting, their every motion a quiet harmony with Saturn's airy expanse. Consider their sensory adaptations, tailored to Saturn's faint light and subtle atmospheric shifts. Their eyes would be large and sensitive, like those of a barn owl, capable of capturing the dim glow of sunlight reflected off the planet's rings. Scientists studying creatures in low-light environments, like cave-dwelling bats, have noted enhanced vision for detecting faint signals, and Saturn's humans might develop a similar trait, their eyes shimmering like moonlit pools to navigate the hazy skies. Their skin, responsive to air pressure, would act like the sensory barbels of a catfish, detecting changes in the atmospheric currents, much like how a bird senses shifts in the wind. Picture them hovering in a cloud layer, their translucent bodies catching the soft light of Saturn's rings, their senses attuned to the planet's gentle pulse, like a sparrow riding a thermal. Their ears, small and funnel-shaped, would pick up the faint hum of atmospheric waves, like the antennae of a butterfly sensing vibrations. Their voices, light and melodic, would carry through the thin air, like the trills of a lark, forming a language of soft, lilting tones. These swift-like humans would seem almost spectral, their airy forms blending with the pastel hues of their home, their senses a delicate thread connecting body to the boundless sky. Finally, let's imagine their way of life, woven from the tranquil beauty of Saturn's atmosphere. Their communities might form in the calmer layers of the planet's upper clouds, where the air is steadier, their homes crafted from lightweight, organic fibers, like the silken webs of orb-weaver spiders, suspended in the gas like floating nests. Scientists studying migratory cultures note how movement shapes society, and here, Saturn's humans might live as nomads, drifting with the planet's gentle currents, much like how shearwaters follow ocean winds. Their daily rhythm would align with Saturn's rapid 10.5-hour day, their bodies adapted to short cycles of activity and rest, like a swift napping in mid-flight. Picture their children, born with even sleeker forms, darting through the clouds, their feather-like limbs fluttering like those of a fledgling albatross, learning to navigate the winds with instinct honed by generations. Their art might take the form of luminescent patterns traced in the air, glowing softly like fireflies, inspired by the ring's shimmering arcs. These swift-like humans, with their airy, translucent forms, would live in harmony with Saturn's serene skies, their lives a quiet ballet of light and motion. Now, let your mind soften, drifting gently away from the golden rings of Saturn, carried toward an icy moon where cold and haze shape a new story of survival. Take a slow, gentle exhale, and let your mind slip away from the airy golden rings of Saturn, drifting softly toward an icy moon where Titan's frozen lakes shimmer under a thick, hazy sky. This distant world, Saturn's largest moon, is cloaked in a dense atmosphere of nitrogen and methane, where temperatures plunge to nearly 300 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit, creating a frigid landscape of liquid methane lakes and icy plains. To survive here, humans would need to evolve to withstand this extreme cold, a defining feature that would mold their bodies into forms built for insulation and endurance. Picture a form that's compact and stocky, like a polar bear trudging across Arctic snow, designed to conserve heat in Titan's bone-chilling environment. Their skin would be thick and fur-like, much like the dense coat of a muskox, layered with insulating fibers to trap warmth against the relentless cold. Scientists studying Arctic animals, like the walrus with its blubbery hide, have noted how thick insulation protects against freezing temperatures, and Titan's humans would mirror this, their bodies wrapped in a soft velvety pelt that glows faintly in the dim light. Their limbs, short and sturdy, would move with a deliberate, plodding grace, like an elk navigating a snowy forest, ensuring stability on Titan's icy terrain. Their eyes, small and deep-set, would resemble those of a seal, shielded by thick lids to protect against the biting cold and faint methane mist. These humans would resemble a polar bear, their robust, fur-clad forms perfectly suited to a world where cold reigns supreme and every step is a testament to resilience. Now, imagine their metabolic system, adapted to generate heat in Titan's frigid climate, where energy conservation is critical. Their bodies would produce warmth through a high metabolism, like the furnace-like core of a penguin, burning energy efficiently to maintain a stable temperature. Scientists studying hibernating mammals, like the Arctic ground squirrel, have found mechanisms that boost heat production, and Titan's humans would develop similar traits, their cells packed with mitochondria that hum like tiny engines to keep them warm. Their blood, thick and viscous, would circulate warmth evenly, like the antifreeze-like blood of an Antarctic fish, preventing their extremities from freezing. Picture their posture, low and hunched, as they traverse Titan's frozen dunes, their bodies swaying like a bison in a blizzard, conserving energy with every measured step. Their hands, broad and padded, would grip the icy ground like the paws of a snow leopard, providing traction on slippery surfaces. Their faces, round and compact, would have short, broad noses, like those of a reindeer, designed to warm the cold air before it reaches their lungs. These polar bear-like humans would move with a quiet strength, their bodies a fortress of warmth and endurance, shaped by a world where the cold is a constant companion. Let's explore their respiratory system, reshaped to breathe Titan's nitrogen-heavy atmosphere, where oxygen is scarce and methane vapor lingers. Their lungs would be dense and efficient, like the gills of a cold-water fish, capable of extracting trace oxygen from the thick, chilly air. Scientists studying animals in low-oxygen environments, like the Tibetan antelope, have found adaptations that maximize oxygen uptake, and Titan's humans would mirror this, their chests broad and robust to handle the dense atmosphere. Their breathing would be slow and deliberate, like the steady huff of a yak, processing the air with minimal effort to conserve energy. Picture their movements, cautious and steady, as they navigate the shores of methane lakes, their fur-clad bodies blending with the icy landscape, like a wolf moving through snow. Their skin, beneath its thick fur, might secrete a waxy layer, like the blubber of a seal, adding an extra barrier against the cold and methane mist. Their hair, dense and matted, would form a protective hood, like the mane of a muskox, shielding their heads from the biting wind. These humans would carry themselves with a calm resilience, their polar bear-like forms a testament to a life of warmth and survival, their every breath a quiet triumph over Titan's frozen embrace. Consider their sensory adaptations, tailored to Titan's dim light and hazy atmosphere, where visibility is low and the cold shapes perception. Their eyes would be large and rounded, like those of a snow owl, capable of capturing the faint sunlight that filters through Titan's thick orange haze. Scientists studying nocturnal animals, like the Arctic fox, have noted enhanced low-light vision, and Titan's humans might develop a similar trait, their eyes glowing softly like amber to see through the gloom. Their skin, sensitive to temperature gradients, would act like the whiskers of a polar bear, detecting subtle changes in the icy air, much like how a caribou senses shifts in the wind. Picture them standing by a methane lake, their stocky silhouettes outlined against the hazy sky, their senses attuned to the moon's quiet rhythms, like a hair alert to danger. Their ears, small and fur-lined, would pick up the faint creaks of shifting ice, like the sensitive hearing of a wolverine, alerting them to changes in their environment. Their voices, deep and resonant, would carry through the dense air, like the low bellows of a moose, forming a language of soft, rumbling tones. These polar bear-like humans would seem almost part of the icy landscape, their robust forms blending with the frozen dunes, their senses a delicate bridge between body and the cold, hazy world. Finally, let's imagine their way of life, woven from the stark beauty of Titan's frozen terrain. Their communities might cluster near the shores of methane lakes, where resources are more abundant, their homes built from insulated ice domes, like the igloos of Earth's Inuit, sturdy against the cold. Scientists studying polar cultures note how environment shapes survival, and here, Titan's humans might cultivate bioengineered microbes to process methane into energy, much like how lichens sustain Arctic ecosystems. Their daily rhythm would follow Titan's 16-day orbit around Saturn, their bodies adapted to long cycles of activity and rest, like a bear dozing through winter. Picture their children, born with even thicker fur, scampering across the icy plains, their sturdy limbs trudging like those of a young walrus, learning to read the moon's faint light, with instinct honed by generations. Their art might take the form of ice carvings, etched with patterns that mimic the ripples of methane lakes, much like how early humans drew on cave walls. These polar bear-like humans, with their robust, fur-clad forms, would live in harmony with Titan's frozen beauty, their lives a quiet symphony of warmth and endurance. Now, let your mind soften, drifting gently away from the icy haze of Titan, carried toward a tilted, turquoise world where resilience takes a new form. Take a slow, gentle breath, and let your mind drift away from the icy, methane-laced haze of Titan, gliding softly toward a world of pale, turquoise clouds, where Uranus tilts gracefully under a faint, distant sun. This gas giant, with its chilly atmosphere of hydrogen, helium, and methane, is bathed in dim light, receiving only a fraction of the sunlight Earth enjoys due to its vast distance from the sun. To thrive here, humans would need to evolve enhanced vision to navigate this low-light environment, a defining feature that would shape their bodies into forms suited for seeing in near darkness. Picture a form that's dense and streamlined, like an anglerfish gliding through the ocean's depths, built to conserve energy in Uranus's cold, shadowy skies. Their bodies would be compact and muscular, much like the sturdy frame of a badger, designed to withstand the planet's frigid temperatures, which hover around -300 degrees Fahrenheit. Scientists studying deep-sea creatures, like the viperfish with its light-sensitive eyes, have noted adaptations for low-light vision, and Uranus's humans would mirror this, their forms glowing faintly in the dim glow of the planet's clouds. Their limbs, short and powerful, would move with a deliberate, fluid grace, like a seal navigating icy waters, ensuring stability in the dense, windy atmosphere. Their skin, thick and slightly translucent, would shimmer like the scales of a deep-sea squid, reflecting the faint light to blend with the turquoise haze. These humans would resemble an anglerfish, their compact, luminous forms perfectly adapted to a world where light is scarce and every glimpse is a treasure. Now, imagine their visual system, honed to capture the faint sunlight filtering through Uranus's methane-rich clouds. Their eyes would be enormous and multifaceted, like those of a dragonfly, capable of detecting even the slightest flicker of light in the planet's perpetual twilight. Scientists studying nocturnal marine life, such as the lanternfish, have found retinas packed with photoreceptors for low-light vision, and Uranus's humans would develop similar adaptations, their eyes glowing like twin moons to pierce the gloom. Their pupils, wide and dilated, would expand like the lens of a telescope, maximizing light intake in the dim atmosphere. Picture their faces, broad and smooth, with high foreheads and minimal features, like the sleek head of a dolphin, designed to reduce drag as they move through the dense air. Their eyelids, thin and translucent, would protect their eyes like the nictitating membrane of a shark, shielding them from the cold, windy currents. Their hair, if present, would be sparse and bioluminescent, like the glowing tendrils of a jellyfish, emitting a soft light to signal others in the dark. These anglerfish-like humans would move with a quiet precision, their bodies a beacon of light and strength, shaped by a world where vision is the key to survival. Let's explore their skeletal structure, adapted to Uranus's cold and high-pressure atmosphere, where gravity is about 90% of Earth's. Their bones would be dense and reinforced, like the robust skeleton of a sea turtle, providing stability without sacrificing flexibility in the planet's turbulent winds. Scientists studying deep-sea organisms, like the giant isopod, have noted how dense exoskeletons resist pressure, and Uranus's humans would mirror this, their frames compact yet resilient to withstand the atmospheric squeeze. Their joints, lubricated with a thick fluid, would move smoothly, like the hinges of an oyster, allowing fluid motion in the dense air. Picture their posture, low and balanced, as they glide through the misty clouds, their bodies swaying like a penguin on ice, conserving energy in a world of constant chill. Their hands, broad and clawed, would grip the air currents, like the flippers of a sea lion, steering them through the turbulent skies. Their feet, compact and webbed, would stabilize them like the suction pads of a starfish, anchoring them against sudden gusts. These humans would carry themselves with a steady grace, their anglerfish-like forms a testament to endurance in a cold, dim world, their every movement a quiet navigation of the planet's airy depths. Consider their respiratory system, reshaped to breathe Uranus's hydrogen-heavy atmosphere, where oxygen is a rare commodity. Their lungs would be small but highly efficient, like the gills of a manta ray, designed to extract trace oxygen from the chilly, dense air. Scientists studying high-altitude mammals, like the pika, have found compact respiratory systems that maximize oxygen use, and Uranus's humans would follow suit. Their chests narrow and reinforced to handle the pressure. Their breathing would be slow and measured, like the steady pulse of a sea urchin, processing the sparse air with minimal effort. Picture their movements, deliberate and flowing, as they drift through the turquoise clouds, their bodies glowing faintly like bioluminescent plankton, blending with the planet's misty glow. Their skin, beneath its translucent sheen, might incorporate methane-absorbing cells, like the photosynthetic skin of a sea slug, converting trace gases into energy. Their voices, low and resonant, would carry through the dense air like the hum of a whale, forming a language of soft, echoing tones. These anglerfish-like humans would seem almost spectral, their luminous forms weaving through the clouds, their respiration, a quiet harmony with Uranus's icy atmosphere. Finally, let's imagine their way of life, woven from the serene, cold beauty of Uranus's cloudy expanse. Their communities might form in the calmer layers of the planet's upper atmosphere, where winds are less fierce, their homes crafted from frozen methane crystals, like the ice caves of polar bears, suspended in the gas, like delicate chandeliers. Scientists studying nomadic marine cultures note how environment shapes mobility, and here, Uranus's humans might drift with the planet's slow currents, much like how jellyfish follow ocean tides. Their daily rhythm would align with Uranus's 17-hour day, their bodies adapted to short cycles of activity and rest, like a seal dozing on an ice floe. Picture their children, born with even sharper vision, darting through the clouds, their glowing eyes flashing like fireflies, learning to read the planet's faint light with instinct honed by generations. Their art might take the form of luminescent patterns etched in the air, glowing softly like the northern lights, inspired by the planet's misty hues. These anglerfish-like humans, with their compact, luminous forms, would live in harmony with Uranus's cold, dim skies, their lives a quiet symphony of light and resilience. Now, let your mind soften, drifting gently away from the turquoise clouds of Uranus, carried toward a stormier world where vibrant blues and fierce winds shape a new story of survival. Take a slow, deep breath and let your mind drift gently from the pale turquoise clouds of Uranus, gliding softly toward a world of vibrant, windswept blues, where Neptune's stormy skies churn under a distant, faint sun. This gas giant, the farthest planet from our star, is swept by ferocious winds that howl at over 1,000 miles per hour, creating an environment of relentless motion and icy cold, with temperatures dipping to minus 330 degrees Fahrenheit. To thrive here, humans would need to evolve flexible, pressure-resistant forms to withstand these intense winds, a defining feature that would sculpt their bodies into shapes built for resilience and fluidity. Picture a form that's sleek and pliable, like an eel weaving through ocean currents, designed to bend and sway with Neptune's turbulent atmosphere. Their bodies would be elongated and sinuous, much like the flowing shape of a ribbon worm, allowing them to move effortlessly through the planet's high-pressure air. Scientists studying deep-sea creatures, like the hagfish with its flexible, resilient body, have noted adaptations for surviving intense pressure, and Neptune's humans would mirror this, their forms almost liquid in their adaptability. Their limbs, long and whip-like, would ripple like the tentacles of a cuttlefish, guiding them through the stormy skies with graceful, undulating motions. Their skin, smooth and elastic, would shimmer like the bioluminescent hide of a deep-sea octopus, reflecting the faint blue light of Neptune's clouds. These humans would resemble an eel, their fluid, resilient forms perfectly suited to a world where winds rule and flexibility is survival. Now, imagine their internal structure, crafted to endure the crushing pressure and cold of Neptune's atmosphere. Their skeletons would be soft and cartilaginous, like the pliable frame of a ray, providing structure without rigidity to withstand the planet's intense atmospheric forces. Scientists studying organisms in high-pressure environments, such as the giant tube worm, have found flexible bodies that resist collapse, and Neptune's humans would develop similar traits, their frames bending like reeds in a storm to absorb the wind's force. Their muscles, elastic and durable, would stretch and contract like the body of a sea snake, allowing precise navigation through turbulent air currents. Picture their torsos, long and tapered, slicing through the atmosphere like the streamlined body of a barracuda, built for swift, flowing movement. Their hands, elongated and fin-like, would steer them through the winds, much like the pectoral fins of a manta ray, guiding their path with delicate precision. Their faces, smooth and featureless, would have small, slit-like eyes, like those of a moray eel, designed to peer through the stormy haze without strain. These eel-like humans would move with a quiet fluidity, their bodies a symphony of adaptability and grace, shaped by a world where the wind is a constant dance partner. Let's explore their respiratory system, adapted to breathe Neptune's hydrogen-heavy atmosphere, where oxygen is scarce and pressure is immense. Their lungs would be compact and reinforced, like the gills of a deep-sea anglerfish, capable of extracting trace oxygen from the dense, icy air. Scientists studying marine animals in high-pressure zones, like the frilled shark, have found efficient respiratory systems that handle extreme conditions, and Neptune's humans would follow suit, their chests lined with dense, fibrous tissue to support breathing under pressure. Their breathing would be slow and rhythmic, like the pulsing gills of a sea slug, processing the sparse air with minimal effort to conserve energy. Picture their movements, sinuous and flowing, as they weave through Neptune's sapphire storms, their bodies glistening like wet kelp, blending with the planet's vibrant hues. Their skin, elastic and watertight, might incorporate pressure-resistant cells, like the tough membrane of a jellyfish, protecting their organs from the crushing atmosphere. Their hair, if present, would be short and slick, like the spines of a sea urchin, designed to reduce drag in the high winds. These humans would carry themselves with a serene resilience, their eel-like forms a testament to a life of fluid motion, their every breath a quiet harmony with Neptune's stormy skies. Consider their sensory adaptations, tailored to Neptune's dim light and relentless winds, where visibility is low and motion is constant. Their eyes would be small but highly sensitive, like those of a deep-sea viperfish, capable of detecting faint light in the planet's turbulent blue haze. Scientists studying creatures in murky environments, like the blind cavefish, have noted enhanced non-visual senses, and Neptune's humans might rely on vibration-sensitive skin, like the lateral line of a tuna, to detect shifts in the wind's rhythm, much like how a dolphin senses water currents. Picture them gliding through a storm, their sleek bodies bending with the gusts, their senses attuned to the planet's wild pulse, like a seabird riding a gale. Their ears, internal and shielded, would pick up the low-frequency roars of Neptune's winds, like the sensory organs of a squid, alerting them to changes in the atmosphere. Their voices, soft and undulating, would ripple through the dense air, like the calls of a porpoise, forming a language of flowing, melodic tones. These eel-like humans would seem almost liquid, their flexible forms weaving through the stormy clouds, their senses a delicate bridge between body and the planet's restless energy. Finally, let's imagine their way of life, woven from the dynamic beauty of Neptune's stormy atmosphere. Their communities might form in the calmer pockets of the planet's upper layers, where winds are slightly less fierce, their homes crafted from woven organic fibers, like the floating nests of grebes, suspended in the gas like delicate rafts. Scientists studying migratory marine cultures note how environment shapes mobility, and here, Neptune's humans might drift with the planet's wind patterns, much like how albatrosses follow ocean breezes. Their daily rhythm would align with Neptune's 16-hour day, their bodies adapted to short cycles of activity and rest, like a dolphin surfacing for air. Picture their children, born with even more flexible forms, darting through the clouds, their whip-like limbs twisting like those of a young eel, learning to ride the winds with instinct honed by generations. Their art might take the form of swirling patterns painted with bioluminescent dyes, glowing faintly like coral reefs, inspired by the planet's vibrant storms. These eel-like humans, with their fluid, resilient forms, would live in harmony with Neptune's wild skies, their lives a quiet ballet of motion and adaptability. Now, let your mind soften, drifting gently away from the vibrant blues of Neptune, carried toward a distant, starry outpost where darkness and cold shape a new story of survival. Take a slow, gentle breath and let your mind drift away from the vibrant, wind-swept blues of Neptune, gliding softly toward a distant, starry outpost where Pluto's quiet plains shimmer under a faint, icy glow. This dwarf planet, orbiting far from the sun, is cloaked in darkness and extreme cold, with temperatures plunging to nearly 400 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit, and its surface bathed in a twilight so dim it's barely brighter than starlight. To thrive here, humans would need to evolve large, light-sensitive eyes to navigate this near darkness, a defining feature that would sculpt their bodies into forms built for seeing in the faintest light. Picture a form that's small and delicate, like a tarsier perched silently in a jungle canopy, designed to conserve energy in Pluto's frigid, shadowy environment. Their bodies would be compact and rounded, much like the soft, insulated frame of a pica, with a low surface area to retain heat against the relentless cold. Scientists studying nocturnal animals, like the bush baby with its enormous reflective eyes, have noted adaptations for low-light vision, and Pluto's humans would mirror this, their forms glowing faintly like fireflies in the dim starlight. Their limbs, short and nimble, would move with a cautious, hopping grace, like a jerboa darting across desert sands, ensuring agility on Pluto's icy, rocky terrain. Their skin, pale and luminescent, would shimmer like the delicate wings of a moth, capturing every trace of light to blend with the planet's starry plains. These humans would resemble a tarsier, their delicate, wide-eyed forms perfectly suited to a world where darkness reigns and every photon is precious. Now, imagine their visual system, honed to capture the sparse light of Pluto's distant sun, which appears as little more than a bright star in the sky. Their eyes would be vast and orb-like, like those of a galago, with retinas packed with rods to amplify even the weakest glow, giving their gaze a luminous, almost ethereal quality. Scientists studying creatures in low-light environments, like the eye, have found oversized pupils that maximize light intake, and Pluto's humans would develop similar traits, their eyes like twin lanterns glowing in the twilight. Their eyelids, thin and translucent, would protect their vision like the delicate membranes of a bat, shielding them from the fine nitrogen ice dust that coats Pluto's surface. Picture their faces, small and heart-shaped, with minimal features to reduce heat loss, like the compact snout of a vole, designed to conserve warmth in the frigid air. Their noses, tiny and upturned, would warm the icy air before breathing, much like the nostrils of an Arctic hare. Their hair, if present, would be sparse and feathery, like the down of a ptarmigan, trapping heat close to their scalp. These tarsier-like humans would move with a quiet precision, their bodies a beacon of light and warmth, shaped by a world where seeing in the dark is the key to survival. Let's explore their metabolic system, adapted to sustain life in Pluto's extreme cold, where energy conservation is paramount. Their bodies would generate heat through a specialized metabolism, like the warm-blooded efficiency of a shrew, burning energy rapidly to maintain a stable temperature. Scientists studying small mammals, like the lemming, have found high metabolic rates that combat cold, and Pluto's humans would mirror this, their cells packed with energy-producing enzymes like tiny furnaces. Their blood, thick and oxygen-rich, would circulate warmth efficiently, like the antifreeze-like blood of a wood frog, preventing their tissues from freezing. Picture their posture, crouched and compact, as they hop across Pluto's frozen plains, their bodies bobbing like a sparrow in snow, conserving energy with every careful movement. Their hands, small and dexterous, would grip the icy rocks like the paws of a hamster, providing traction on slippery surfaces. Their feet, padded and clawed, would anchor them like the toes of a gecko, ensuring stability on the uneven terrain. These humans would carry themselves with a delicate resilience. Their tarsier-like forms a testament to endurance in a cold, dark world, their every step a quiet negotiation with Pluto's icy embrace. Consider their respiratory system, reshaped to breathe Pluto's thin, nitrogen-heavy atmosphere, where oxygen is almost non-existent. Their lungs would be small but highly efficient, like the respiratory sacs of a mole, designed to extract trace oxygen from the sparse air with minimal effort. Scientists studying animals in low-oxygen environments, like the naked mole rat, have found compact lungs that maximize efficiency, and Pluto's humans would follow suit, their chests narrow and reinforced to handle the thin atmosphere. Their breathing would be shallow and deliberate, like the gentle puffs of a dormouse, conserving energy in a world where every breath is precious. Picture their movements, quick and precise, as they scuttle across the icy plains, their luminescent bodies glowing faintly like fireflies, blending with the starry landscape. Their skin, beneath its glowing sheen, might incorporate specialized cells to recycle moisture, like the water-retaining skin of a desert toad, ensuring hydration in a world with no liquid water. Their voices, soft and high-pitched, would carry through the thin air like the chirps of a bat, forming a language of delicate, echoing tones. These tarsier-like humans would seem almost spectral, their delicate forms weaving through the starlit plains, their respiration, a quiet harmony with Pluto's sparse air. Let's delve into their skeletal structure, molded by Pluto's low gravity, which is only about 6% of Earth's. Their bones would be light and fragile, like the delicate skeleton of a mouse, providing just enough structure to support their small frames without excess weight. Scientists studying low-gravity environments note how bones adapt to minimal stress, and Pluto's humans would develop flexible, cartilage-like joints, like those of a young rabbit, allowing agility despite the weak pull. Their spines, short and slightly curved, would give them a hunched, agile posture, like the scampering stance of a rock hyrax, enabling quick movements across rocky terrain. Picture their feet, tiny and clawed, gripping the icy surface like the pads of a tree frog, ensuring stability on Pluto's uneven ground. Their hands, nimble and precise, would handle tools or gather resources like the fingers of a loris, navigating the terrain with delicate care. Their faces, small and rounded, would have high cheekbones and minimal features, like the sleek head of a mole, designed to minimize heat loss. These humans would move with a quiet agility, their tarsier-like forms a perfect balance of lightness and precision, shaped by a world where gravity is a whisper and cold is ever present. Now, imagine their sensory adaptations, tailored to Pluto's dim light and frozen landscape, where silence and darkness dominate. Beyond their oversized eyes, their skin would be highly sensitive to vibrations, like the whiskers of a mole rat, detecting subtle shifts in the icy ground, much like how a bat senses its surroundings through touch. Scientists studying nocturnal creatures, like the owl, have noted acute hearing for navigating darkness, and Pluto's humans might develop small, cup-shaped ears, like those of a fennec fox, to catch the faint creaks of shifting ice. Picture them pausing on a frozen ridge, their glowing eyes scanning the starry horizon, their senses attuned to the planet's quiet pulse, like a mouse alert to danger. Their noses, compact and sensitive, would detect trace gases in the air, like the olfactory senses of a badger, guiding them to resources in the sparse environment. Their voices, though soft, would resonate in the thin air, like the squeaks of a vole, forming a language of gentle, high-pitched notes. These tarsier-like humans would seem almost ethereal, their luminous forms blending with the starry plains, their senses a delicate bridge between body and the silent, cold world. Finally, let's imagine their way of life, woven from the stark beauty of Pluto's frozen terrain. Their communities might cluster in shallow craters, where the ice is slightly warmer, their homes built from compacted nitrogen snow, like the burrows of a marmot, insulated against the cold. Scientists studying polar cultures note how scarcity shapes survival. And here, Pluto's humans might cultivate bioengineered microbes to extract energy from the planet's icy crust, much like how bacteria thrive in Earth's permafrost. Their daily rhythm would follow Pluto's 6.5-day rotation, their bodies adapted to long cycles of activity and rest, like a hedgehog curling up for days. Picture their children, born with even larger eyes, scampering across the icy plains, their tiny forms hopping like those of a young pika, learning to read the starlight with instinct honed by generations. Their art might take the form of intricate patterns scratched into the ice, glowing faintly with bioluminescent dyes, like the cave paintings of early humans. These tarsier-like humans, with their delicate, luminous forms, would live in harmony with Pluto's quiet, starry beauty, their lives a gentle dance of light and survival. Now, let your mind soften, drifting gently away from the icy plains of Pluto, carried toward a moon where hidden oceans whisper a new story of survival. Take a slow, gentle breath, and let your mind drift away from the quiet, starlit plains of Pluto, gliding softly toward a moon where Europa's icy crust gleams under Jupiter's faint glow, hiding vast oceans beneath its frozen surface. This moon, one of Jupiter's largest, is encased in a thick layer of ice, beneath which lies a liquid water ocean, potentially deeper than any on Earth, warmed by tidal forces from Jupiter's gravitational pull. To thrive here, humans would need to evolve aquatic traits to live in these subsurface oceans, a defining feature that would sculpt their bodies into forms built for swimming in a cold, high-pressure aquatic world. Picture a form that's streamlined and sleek, like a dolphin gliding through Earth's seas, designed to move effortlessly through Europa's deep, dark waters. Their bodies would be elongated and smooth, much like the lithe frame of a porpoise, with a hydrodynamic shape to navigate the ocean's currents. Scientists studying marine mammals, like the orca with its efficient swimming form, have noted adaptations for aquatic life, and Europa's humans would mirror this, their forms shimmering with a faint bioluminescence to light their way in the dark depths. Their limbs, transformed into flipper-like structures, would propel them through the water with graceful, sweeping motions, like the fins of a sea turtle. Their skin, smooth and slightly iridescent, would glow like the body of a deep-sea jellyfish, reflecting the dim light of their surroundings. These humans would resemble a dolphin, their sleek, aquatic forms perfectly suited to a world where water is their home, and every movement is a dance with the ocean's flow. Now, imagine their respiratory system, reshaped to extract oxygen from Europa's liquid environment, where the water is rich in dissolved gases, but pressure is intense. Their lungs would evolve into gill-like structures, like those of a shark, with thin, feathery membranes to filter oxygen efficiently from the cold, dense water. Scientists studying fish, like the mackerel with its streamlined gills, have found adaptations that maximize oxygen uptake in aquatic environments, and Europa's humans would develop similar traits, their gills fluttering like delicate fans to sustain life. Their chests would be narrow and reinforced, like the ribcage of a manatee, protecting their respiratory organs from the crushing pressure of the deep ocean. Picture their movements, fluid and rhythmic, as they glide through the dark waters, their bioluminescent skin casting a soft glow like fireflies in a midnight forest. Their blood, rich with oxygen-binding proteins, would circulate efficiently, like the hemoglobin-rich blood of a seal, ensuring their tissues remain oxygenated in the low oxygen depths. Their faces, smooth and tapered, would have small, streamlined nostrils, like those of a beluga whale, designed to minimize water resistance while breathing. These dolphin-like humans would swim with a quiet elegance, their bodies a symphony of grace and efficiency, shaped by a world where water is both cradle and challenge. Let's explore their skeletal structure, adapted to Europa's low gravity, which is about 13% of Earth's, and the high-pressure environment of its subsurface oceans. Their bones would be lightweight and flexible, like the cartilage of a ray, providing structure without rigidity to move freely in the buoyant water. Scientists studying aquatic vertebrates, like the flounder with its pliable skeleton, have noted adaptations for fluid motion, and Europa's humans would mirror this, their frames bending like willow branches to navigate the ocean's currents. Their spines, long and sinuous, would give them a serpentine flexibility, like the backbone of an eel, enabling graceful twists and turns. Picture their torsos, elongated and streamlined, cutting through the water like the body of a marlin, built for speed and agility. Their hands, now webbed flippers, would paddle with precision like the wings of a penguin, steering them through the ocean's depths. Their feet, fused into a single, powerful fin, would propel them forward like the tail of a dolphin, driving them through the water with powerful thrusts. These humans would glide with a serene confidence, their dolphin-like forms a testament to adaptability in a low-gravity, high-pressure world, their every movement a quiet negotiation with the ocean's embrace. Consider their sensory adaptations, tailored to Europa's dark, underwater environment, where light is absent except for their own bioluminescence. Their eyes would be large and sensitive, like those of a colossal squid, capable of detecting the faintest glow in the pitch-black depths. Scientists studying deep-sea creatures, like the lanternfish with its light-sensitive retinas, have noted adaptations for navigating darkness, and Europa's humans would develop similar traits, their eyes shimmering like twin stars to guide their path. Their skin, studded with bioluminescent patches, would act like the photophores of a firefly squid, emitting soft pulses of light to communicate and navigate. Picture them swimming through a subterranean sea, their glowing bodies illuminating the water like a constellation, their senses attuned to the ocean's subtle currents, like a shark sensing ripples. Their ears, small and internal, would detect low-frequency vibrations, like the sensory organs of a whale, picking up the distant hum of tidal forces. Their voices, melodic and resonant, would travel through the water, like the songs of a humpback whale, forming a language of soft, harmonic tones. These dolphin-like humans would seem almost ethereal, their luminous forms weaving through the dark waters, their senses a delicate bridge between body and the silent, liquid world. Let's delve into their metabolic system, adapted to sustain life in Europa's cold, oxygen-scarce ocean, where energy conservation is critical. Their bodies would rely on a slow, efficient metabolism like that of a sea cow, burning energy sparingly to maintain warmth in the frigid water. Scientists studying deep-sea organisms, like the giant clam, have found metabolic adaptations that conserve energy, and Europa's humans would mirror this, their cells optimized to function with minimal oxygen, like tiny, efficient batteries. Their blood, thick and cold-resistant, would circulate warmth, like the antifreeze proteins in an Arctic cod, preventing their tissues from freezing. Picture their movements, slow and deliberate, as they drift through the ocean's depths, their glowing bodies pulsing softly, like jellyfish in a calm sea, conserving energy with every glide. Their skin, beneath its bioluminescent sheen, might incorporate symbiotic microbes, like those in deep-sea corals, to extract nutrients from the water. Their hair, if present, would be fine and wispy, like the tendrils of a sea anemone, designed to minimize drag. These humans would carry themselves with a quiet resilience, their dolphin-like forms a testament to survival in a cold, dark ocean, their every breath a gentle harmony with Europa's liquid depths. Now imagine their circulatory system, reshaped to thrive in the high-pressure, low-temperature environment of Europa's oceans. Their hearts would be robust and compact, like the powerful pump of a blue whale, capable of circulating blood efficiently under intense pressure. Scientists studying marine mammals, like the narwhal, have found adaptations for oxygen conservation during deep dives, and Europa's humans would develop similar traits, their blood vessels reinforced like the tough arteries of a leatherback turtle to withstand the ocean's squeeze. Their breathing, through gill-like structures, would be rhythmic and steady, like the pulsing of a sea star, ensuring oxygen reaches every cell with minimal effort. Picture their bodies, sleek and glowing, as they dive through the dark waters, their movements fluid like a school of sardines, navigating the ocean's currents with ease. Their limbs, now flippers, would be muscular and flexible, like the flukes of a humpback whale propelling them through the water with powerful strokes. Their faces, streamlined and smooth, would have minimal features, like the sleek head of a porpoise, designed to reduce water resistance. These dolphin-like humans would glide with a serene grace, their bodies a perfect balance of strength and fluidity, shaped by a world where water is both home and challenge. Finally, let's imagine their way of life, woven from the mysterious beauty of Europa's subsurface oceans. Their communities might form near hydrothermal vents, where warmth and nutrients are abundant, their homes built from organic sediments, like the reefs of deep-sea corals, sturdy against the ocean's pressure. Scientists studying aquatic cultures note how environment shapes society, and here, Europa's humans might live as nomadic swimmers, following nutrient-rich currents, much like how dolphins follow schools of fish. Their daily rhythm would align with Jupiter's tidal cycles, their bodies adapted to periods of activity and rest, like a seal resting on a rocky shore. Picture their children, born with even sleeker forms, darting through the water, their glowing flippers flashing like those of a young dolphin, learning to read the ocean's currents, with instinct honed by generations. Their art might take the form of bioluminescent patterns pulsed in the water, glowing softly like underwater auroras, inspired by the ocean's hidden light. These dolphin-like humans, with their sleek, luminous forms, would live in harmony with Europa's dark, liquid depths, their lives a quiet symphony of motion and light. Now, let your mind soften, drifting gently away from the glowing oceans of Europa, carried back to the stars for a final, restful reflection. Take a slow, gentle breath, and let your mind drift back from the glowing, liquid depths of Europa, floating softly upward to a vast, starry expanse where the solar system unfolds like a quiet, shimmering tapestry. We've journeyed together across worlds, from the sun-scorched rocks of Mercury to the icy plains of Pluto, imagining how humans might evolve to call these alien places home. Each planet and moon, with its unique challenges, has woven a story of adaptation, showing us the incredible ways life can reshape itself to thrive in the cosmos. Picture now the solar system as a great cosmic orchestra, each world playing its own notesome fiery, some icy, some stormy, some serene, yet all harmonizing in the quiet beauty of existence. Scientists have long studied how life on Earth adapts to extreme environments, from deserts to oceans, and their discoveries remind us that life is a master sculptor, carving new forms to fit any canvas. As we linger here among the stars, let's reflect on these tales of human transformation, letting their gentle rhythms cradle your thoughts. If you feel a spark of connection, perhaps share it later by leaving a comment about your favorite world or the quiet corner of the night where you're listening. These stories of evolution are like soft threads, weaving a blanket of wonder to wrap around you as you rest. Let's begin by revisiting the fiery world of Mercury, where humans evolved into compact, shimmering beings, their reflective skin like the scales of a desert lizard, built to deflect the sun's relentless blaze. The intense solar radiation there demanded a body that could withstand heat, much like the silvery ants that scurry across Earth's hottest sands. Their beetle-like forms, small and efficient, moved with a quiet grace across rocky plains, their lives a testament to resilience in a world of extremes. Scientists studying heat-tolerant microbes have found clues to how life can endure such harsh conditions, and Mercury's humans would embody that endurance, their bodies a living mirror to the sun's light. Picture their communities, nestled in shaded craters, their reflective skin glowing faintly as they shared stories of the stars. Their existence, so different from ours, reminds us how life can adapt to even the most unforgiving places, finding beauty in the starkness of a sun-scorched world. As we reflect, their shimmering forms seem almost like a distant memory, a spark of life glowing against the cosmic dark. Now, let's drift to Venus, where the crushing pressure and scorching heat shaped humans into broad, armored beings, their thick skin like the hide of a rhinoceros, designed to dissipate heat and withstand the heavy air. The dense atmosphere, 90 times thicker than Earth's, forced their bodies to become resilient, much like extremophiles thriving in Earth's volcanic vents. Their pangolin-like forms moved through golden mists with a steady grace, their lives a dance of endurance in a world of fire and fog. Scientists have explored how pressure-resistant organisms survive in Earth's deep oceans, and Venus's humans would echo these traits, their bodies a fortress against the planet's relentless squeeze. Picture their homes, carved into volcanic rock, where they gathered to share tales of the glowing skies. Their culture, shaped by the planet's harsh embrace, wove art from polished stones, reflecting the misty light. These humans, so sturdy yet graceful, show us how life can find balance in even the most oppressive environments. Their forms a quiet ode to survival. Gliding onward, we recall Mars, where the thin, oxygen-scarce air sculpted humans into tall, wiry beings, their large lungs like the bellows of a high-altitude goose, built to capture every trace of breath. The sparse atmosphere, just 1% of Earth's, demanded efficient respiration, much like animals adapted to the Andes' thin air. Their crane-like forms, with luminous eyes, loped across red dunes, their lives a delicate balance of elegance and endurance. Scientists studying high-altitude adaptations have learned how bodies can thrive with less oxygen, and Mars's humans would embody this, their lean frames a testament to efficiency. Picture their communities in vast canyons, their homes built from compressed regolith, where they carved stories of ancient rivers into the rock. Their existence, so attuned to the planet's quiet beauty, reminds us how life can stretch toward the stars, finding ways to flourish in scarcity. Now, let's float to Jupiter, where the thick, stormy atmosphere shaped humans into buoyant, ethereal beings, their wing-like limbs like the bell of a jellyfish, designed to drift in the planet's dense gases. The high-pressure, turbulent air demanded a body that could float, much like aerial creatures gliding through Earth's skies. Their jellyfish-like forms, translucent and graceful, moved through amber clouds, their lives a gentle dance with the storms. Scientists studying buoyant marine life, like plankton, have found adaptations for floating, and Jupiter's humans would mirror this, their bodies almost weightless. Picture their floating homes, woven from organic fibers, where they shared glowing patterns in the clouds. Their culture, shaped by the planet's endless skies, celebrated the winds with luminescent art, a testament to life's ability to soar in even the most turbulent places. Drifting further, we reach Saturn, where the low-density atmosphere crafted humans into sleek, translucent beings, their feather-like limbs like the wings of a swift, built to glide through gentle clouds. The airy environment, less dense than water, demanded a body that could navigate with minimal effort, much like birds soaring over Earth's oceans. Their swift-like forms, glowing softly, drifted through pastel skies, their lives a quiet symphony of motion. Scientists studying gas giant dynamics have learned how lightweight forms thrive in low-density air, and Saturn's humans would embody this, their bodies a delicate balance of light and strength. Picture their communities, suspended in the clouds, where they wove nests from airy fibers, sharing stories of the ring's shimmer. Their existence, so attuned to the planet's serene beauty, shows us how life can find harmony in the gentlest of worlds. On Titan, the freezing cold sculpted humans into sturdy, fur-clad beings, their thick pelts like the coat of a polar bear, designed to trap warmth in methane-laced air. The extreme cold, nearly 300 degrees below zero, demanded insulation, much like Arctic animals enduring Earth's harshest winters. Their polar bear-like forms, robust yet elegant, trudged across icy plains, their lives a testament to warmth in a frozen world. Scientists studying Arctic biology have found adaptations for heat retention, and Titan's humans would mirror this, their bodies a fortress of warmth. Picture their ice-domed homes by methane lakes, where they carved patterns inspired by the ripples of liquid. Their culture, shaped by the moon's icy beauty, celebrated survival with intricate ice art, a quiet reflection of life's resilience in the cold. In Uranus's dim, icy clouds, humans evolved into compact, luminous beings, their oversized eyes like those of an anglerfish, built to see in near darkness. The faint sunlight, barely reaching the planet, demanded enhanced vision, much like deep-sea creatures navigating Earth's oceans. Their anglerfish-like forms, glowing faintly, glided through turquoise haze, their lives a quiet dance with the dim light. Scientists studying low-light vision have learned how eyes adapt to darkness, and Uranus's humans would embody this, their eyes like lanterns in the gloom. Picture their homes, crafted from methane crystals, where they shared glowing patterns in the air. Their existence, so attuned to the planet's misty glow, reminds us how life can find light in the darkest places. Neptune's stormy skies shaped humans into flexible eel-like beings, their pliable bodies like the form of a ribbon worm built to bend with fierce winds. The intense winds, over 1,000 miles per hour, demanded resilience, much like marine creatures enduring ocean currents. Their eel-like forms, radiant and fluid, weaved through sapphire storms, their lives a symphony of adaptability. Scientists studying high-pressure environments have found flexible structures that resist collapse, and Neptune's humans would mirror this, their bodies a testament to fluidity. Picture their floating homes, woven from organic fibers, where they painted bioluminescent swirls inspired by the storms. Their culture, shaped by the planet's wild energy, celebrated motion with glowing art, a quiet ode to life's dance with the wind. On Pluto, the dim light and extreme cold crafted humans into delicate tarsier-like beings, their vast eyes like those of a bush baby, built to capture every photon. The near darkness, with sunlight as faint as starlight, demanded enhanced vision, much like nocturnal animals navigating Earth's nights. Their tarsier-like forms, glowing softly, hopped across icy plains, their lives a gentle balance of light and cold. Scientists studying low-light adaptations have learned how eyes maximize faint light, and Pluto's humans would embody this, their eyes like twin stars. Picture their snow-domed homes in craters, where they etched glowing patterns inspired by the stars. Their existence, so delicate yet resilient, shows us how life can shine in the darkest corners of the cosmos. Finally, we swam through Europa's hidden oceans, where humans evolved into sleek, dolphin-like beings, their gill-like structures like those of a shark, built to breathe in deep, liquid waters. The subsurface ocean, warmed by tidal forces, demanded aquatic traits, much like marine mammals thriving in Earth's seas. Their dolphin-like forms, bioluminescent and graceful, glided through glowing depths, their lives a quiet symphony of motion and light. Scientists studying marine biology have found adaptations for aquatic life, and Europa's humans would mirror this, their bodies a perfect harmony of fluidity and strength. Picture their communities near hydrothermal vents, where they wove homes from organic sediments, pulsing with bioluminescent art inspired by the ocean's glow. Their culture, shaped by the liquid depths, celebrated the flow of water with shimmering patterns, a testament to life's ability to thrive in hidden worlds. As we linger among the stars, let's reflect on what these transformations teach us about life's versatility. Each world, from Mercury's fiery plains to Europa's dark oceans, shows us how life can adapt. Much like Earth's creatures, from desert lizards to deep-sea fish, find ways to flourish in their unique homes. Scientists have spent centuries peering through telescopes, launching probes, and studying Earth's extremes to understand how life might evolve elsewhere, and their work paints a picture of endless possibility. These humans, whether shimmering like mirrors, gliding like jellyfish, or swimming like dolphins, are a reminder that life is a quiet artist, shaping itself to fit any world. Picture them all now, scattered across the solar system. Each form a unique note in the cosmic melody, their lives a gentle hum of survival and wonder. Let's consider how these adaptations connect to Earth's own story of life. On our planet, creatures like the tardigrade can survive extreme heat, cold, and even the vacuum of space, showing us that life's resilience knows no bounds. Scientists studying extremophiles have found that life can thrive in boiling springs, frozen tundras, and acidic lakes, and our journey through the solar system echoes this, imagining humans as diverse as Earth's own creatures. From the beetle-like resilience of Mercury's humans to the tarsier-like delicacy of Pluto's, each form reflects a truth. Life finds a way, like water carving paths through stone. Picture these humans, their bodies shaped by their worlds, yet united by the same spark of life that glows in every living thing on Earth. Their stories, so different yet so familiar, weave a tapestry of possibility, a quiet reminder that the universe is vast, but life's creativity is vaster still. Now, let's think about the science behind these transformations, a gentle thread that ties our journey together. Evolutionary biology tells us that adaptation is driven by necessity, much like how a cactus stores water to survive a desert's drought. On each world, humans evolved traits to meet their environment's demands, just as Earth's creatures have done for millions of years. Scientists use experiments, like studying bacteria in extreme conditions, to understand how life adapts. And these insights let us dream of humans with reflective skin, gill-like lungs, or bioluminescent eyes. Picture a laboratory on Earth, where researchers peer into microscopes, their findings like tiny lanterns lighting the path to understanding life's potential. These discoveries, from DNA repair in radiation-resistant microbes to oxygen efficiency in high-altitude birds, are the foundation of our cosmic tale, showing us how humans might one day belong to other worlds. Their work, quiet and meticulous, is a testament to the human spirit, always reaching for the stars. As we float among these reflections, let's imagine the cultures these humans might build, each shaped by their world's unique beauty. On Mercury, they carve reflective patterns in stone, like ancient humans etching caves. On Venus, they polish rocks to mirror the misty skies, like artisans crafting stained glass. On Mars, they etch canyon walls with tales of lost rivers, like poets writing in sand. On Jupiter, they paint swirling clouds with light, like dancers tracing patterns in the air. On Saturn, they weave airy nests, like birds crafting homes in trees. On Titan, they sculpt ice into ripples, like sculptors shaping clay. On Uranus, they trace glowing lines in the air, like auroras painting the night. On Neptune, they pulse bioluminescent swirls, like waves shaping the shore. On Pluto, they etch starry patterns in snow, like children drawing in frost. On Europa, they weave glowing designs in water, like coral building reefs. Each culture, so unique, yet all born from the same human spirit, like a single melody played in different keys. Let's linger on the idea of connection, how these humans, so different in form, share a common thread with us. Scientists studying human evolution note how our ancestors adapted to forests, savannas, and coasts, each change shaping our bodies and minds. These cosmic humans, whether hopping like tarsiers or swimming like dolphins, carry that same legacy. Their forms a quiet echo of our own journey. Picture them looking up at their skies, whether fiery, misty, or starry, and wondering about other worlds, just as we do. Their curiosity, like ours, is a spark that lights the dark, a gentle reminder that life, no matter where it grows, seeks to understand its place in the cosmos. Their stories, woven from adaptation and survival, are like the tales we tell ourselves, a quiet thread of wonder that binds us to the stars. As we near the end of our journey, let's reflect on the beauty of this cosmic exploration. Each world we've visited is a chapter in a grand story, much like the ecosystems of Earth, from coral reefs to mountain peaks, each telling a tale of life's resilience. Scientists remind us that life's ability to adapt is universal, whether it's a microbe in a hot spring or a human on a distant moon. Picture the solar system now, a vast, quiet canvas, each planet and moon a brushstroke of possibility. These humans, with their shimmering skins, glowing eyes, and fluid forms, are a testament to life's creativity, like a painter finding new colors for every canvas. Their lives, so different yet so familiar, remind us that the universe is a place of endless wonder, where every challenge sparks a new form of beauty. If you feel like sharing this journey, perhaps leave a comment later, telling me which world spoke to you most, or what time it is in your quiet corner of the night. These stories, like soft whispers from the stars, are meant to cradle you, whether you're drifting into sleep or simply resting in their glow. Picture yourself now, floating among the planets, each one a distant light in the cosmic sea, their tales of human adaptation, a gentle lullaby, Scientists have shown us that life is a quiet force, shaping itself to fit any world, and these humans, from Mercury to Europa, are a testament to that truth. Their forms beetle-like, pangolin-like, crane-like, jellyfish-like, swift-like, polar bear-like, anglerfish-like, eel-like, tarsier-like, dolphin-like are a symphony of possibility, each note a quiet celebration of life's ingenuity. As we close this journey, let's imagine one final image, a starry sky stretching over all these worlds. Each human form a unique star in the constellation of life. Their adaptations, born from the challenges of their worlds, are like the adaptations of Earth's creatures, from the camel's hump to the owl's eyes, each a quiet solution to survival. Scientists continue to explore these mysteries, their telescopes and probes like lanterns in the dark, guiding us toward a deeper understanding of life's potential. Picture these humans, living their lives carving, painting, weaving, singing each in harmony with their world, just as we live in harmony with ours. Their stories, so vivid, yet so soothing, are a reminder that life, no matter where it takes root, is a gentle, persistent force, always finding a way to shine. Now, let your thoughts soften, like clouds dissolving into the night, and let these tales of cosmic humans drift through your mind. Whether you're slipping into sleep or simply resting, know that these stories are here, like stars waiting to light your dreams. Good night, dear traveler, and may you rest peacefully, cradled by the quiet wonders of the universe and the endless possibilities of life among the stars.